This is one of the noisiest places I've ever been in. I can hardly hear myself speak. And yet, 200 years ago, men, women and children toiled in these conditions for 12, 13 hours a day. They were the factory workers, the cogs in the vast machine we call the Industrial Revolution.
When the lives of human beings first started to be regulated by clocks and factory bells.
The Industrial Revolution was probably one of the greatest transformations in human history.
It was a period of rapid social and technological change that shaped the world we live in today.
Was the invention of the cotton gin by Eli Whitney in 1794.
In cotton, the seeds needed to be separated out so that it could be used as a fiber to make fabric. This was a very time-consuming process, and workers could only clean about 1 pound of cotton a day. There was a rising market for fibers for fabric because of the growth in the textile industry, both in America and in the North.
The cotton gin. It automates the process and deeply divides the country.
The cotton gin transformed not only America, but the world. The concept of mass production using a machine just exploded everywhere.
One man can now process 50 times more cotton.
At that time, cotton was a difficult crop for planters because removing the seeds was a grueling and exhausting process involving many slaves. Long staple cotton was the easiest to pick and remove seeds. Still, it took slaves 10 hours to remove the seeds from 1 pound of cotton lint.
The cotton gin separated the seeds and fibers from cotton much more efficiently.
In England, the Industrial Revolution sparked a number of inventions in the textile industry, which enabled textiles to be mass-produced and made Britain's need for cotton so insatiable that cotton became vital to the American economy. The gin's effect on the economy and on the lives of the slaves who made up a significant part of that economy was complex. While it was true that the cotton gin freed slaves from the arduous labor of separating seeds from the lint by hand, this increased demand for cotton also increased the demand for slaves needed to grow it and harvest the fields.
But you still need somebody to work these fields, and you need somebody to actually pick the cotton itself, and that is where the slave labor came in.
But instead of reducing the need for labor, the cotton gin propelled it, as more slaves were needed to plant and harvest king cotton. The cotton gin and the demand of northern and English factories recharted the course of American slavery. In 1790, America's first official census counted nearly 700,000 slaves. By 1810, 2 years after the slave trade was banned in America, the number had shot up to more than 1 million. During the next 50 years, that number exploded to nearly 4 million slaves in 1860, the eve of the Civil War.